students, let's see the next selection tool. Okay. As you know, using the selection tools, you can select part of an image and do your editing task, okay, or you can create a new image. And first one we have seen about crop tool, how to crop the picture, that is removing unwanted portion of a picture. Now we are going to study about the next selection tool, which is called Marquee tool. In the toolbox, do you see the first tool, right? So what is this tool called? What is the shape of the tool it is now? It is like a oval shape, right? So it is elliptical Marquee tool. It is called elliptical Marquee tool. Does it has a floating menu? How do you identify the tools has a floating menu or not? Yes. If the tool has a triangular mark at the bottom right corner, that means the tools has a flyout options. Okay. If not, they do not have, they are a single tool. If you see the floating, that small triangular mark, that means they have a floating menu. Okay. How to get the floating menu? Click on the triangular mark, you will get the floating menu. Okay, so Marquee has rectangular Marquee, elliptical Marquee, single row Marquee and single column Marquee. Now we are going to study about this rectangular Marquee tool and elliptical Marquee tool. Okay, now first we have to get an image. So let me open an image by clicking on File tab, open and locate the picture. I would like to get penguins. Okay, so let me take this penguins. Click on open button. The image is open. Okay. Now I'm going to select the part of an image. I'm going to select only the part of the image. Okay. I'm planning to select the first two penguins alone. With the help of rectangular Marquee tool. Shall we go ahead? Yes. So can you help me where I have to go first? Yes, tell me. Yes, first I have to go to toolbox. And which tool I have to select? Yes, Marquee tool. Okay. You can see now it's single column Marquee. That because at last I clicked on single Marquee. So whatever the action I have taken place, at last, which will be given as a present icon. So click on it and select the rectangular Marquee. Now do you see the rectangular symbol? So that means I have selected a rectangular Marquee. Now I'm bringing the cursor. Now my cursor is in canvas. Now let me bring my cursor to the image. So now I'm in the image. So what I have to do? I'm going to select the first two penguins alone. Okay. So see how to select the penguins. You have to keep the cursor at the starting place. Okay. Wherever you want to start your selection, keep the cursor there. Using your left mouse button, click and drag it. Okay. I just clicked and dragged it. I have selected the image. So what is next? After selecting the image, we have to move it to the canvas. So how to move? Go to Move tool in the toolbox, select it and bring it. Now do you see the cursor is changed into a triangle and a scissor? Yes, you are ready to move the image. Click and drag it and bring it to the canvas. And you can keep it at any place wherever you need. Okay, so I selected two penguins. But just observe the penguins carefully. The first penguins, the structure it's not complete. The body it's missing, right? This portion it's missing. Am I right? See, this is the existing selection I have made it. Okay, that is what here. And do you see this black portion it's missing? I missed out. So is there any way I can add this extra selection to the existing one? I'll repeat my question. I'm asking you, is there any way to add some more selection to the existing selection? This is the existing selection. You can see the dotted line. I want to add this portion also, this black part also I want to add it. Do you have idea? So do you remember we did it last year? Yes, we have to use a shift key. Good students, we have to use a shift key. Now let me just again you have to select the rectangular. Okay, so let me select a rectangular tool. Fine. So let me click on the, see, do you see the cursor as a plus symbol? Okay, just I'm keeping it in the black portion. Okay, so hold on the shift key. When I press the shift key, do you see one big plus and small pluses there? That means I'm adding extra selection to the existing selection. So now my hand is on the keyboard with the key shift key. Okay, and using the left mouse button I am just clicking and dragging it. Do you see the extra selection it's added here? Yes, this is what I need. So let me again move this image to the canvas. So I have made it here. So this is 2 penguins. This is, I have made an extra selection. Okay. Okay, the next thing, is it possible to convert rectangular selection into a square selection? Is that possible? That's good. Yes, it is possible. And with the help of which key we can achieve this task? Again, it's a shift key. Okay. So see, first let me select a rectangular marquee tool and I'm selecting part of the image. I'm just making a selection. See, keeping the cursor at the starting point, and I am dragging it. Okay, so up to the end I have dragged it. Now do you see a rectangle? So till this white space I have selected it. Now at the same time, while doing the selection, I did not leave my finger from the mouse. Okay, it is still holding the left mouse button. At the same time, hold down the shift key. Hold down shift key. Now do you see? Okay, see, I'm holding down and just shift key. One more time I'll do it. Okay, now I'm selecting the 2 penguins in a rectangular shape. Okay, now let me click on the shift key. Now do you see the square selection has happened? Okay, so let me move it here. So when we click on the shift key while doing the rectangular selection, we will get a square selection. So the shift key helps you to convert rectangular selection into a square selection. Clear, students? So we have seen only about rectangular marquee tool and 3 methods we have seen. One is simply click and drag it and select a part of an image and moving it. That is the first one. This is the first part. The second one, we added some extra part to the existing selection with the help of shift key. Okay, this is after selection. After one particular rectangular selection, I just I left the finger from the mouse, and after that I just hold on the shift key and then I added this extra portion. And the third one is converting rectangular into marquee. So converting rectangular into marquee, what I have done is, while selecting itself, I hold on the shift key. Okay, I hold on shift key, then it has become a square selection. So clear for everyone? Good. Now I'm going to make a circular selection. I'm going to make circular selection. Okay, so let me keep the same picture. So second one, just if you go to the toolbox and if you go to the marquee tool, the second option is elliptical marquee. Let me select this elliptical marquee and let me get back to the image. Okay, so yes, I'm in elliptical. So let me get back. I'm going to select one penguin. Okay, so I have selected one penguin. Okay, this is a normal selection. The first time, just clicking and dragging and making one particular selection and using the move key, just to click and move it to the canvas. Okay, after moving it into the canvas, then only I realized that the beak is missing. See, It's halfway only. The beak is missing. So what I need to do? I have to make some extra selection. I have to add additional selection to the existing selection. Okay. So where is the existing selection? This is the existing selection. How to make the how to add a new selection? So again, with the help of shift key, I just see I did not hold my mouse pointer. I'm moving the mouse wherever I need. Okay, only the portion it's already selected. Okay, I'm not holding any mouse button. To add this beak, now I'm clicking on the shift key. Now I'm clicking on the shift key. Oh, sorry. See the mouse button. It's move to, right? Okay. Now I click on the shift key. Now do you see one big plus and small plus? That means the bigger part it's already selected and I'm going to another part. Okay. Adding selection to the existing selection. So whatever you want to add, keep the cursor here, click and drag it. So this beak I want to add. I added it. Okay. So do you see it is added? Yes. Now let me move it. So it is added. The beak you can see now the penguin with the beak it is added. Okay. So adding extra selection to the existing selection. It's done. Then what is next? Do you have idea? As we did it for rectangular into square, we are going to make this elliptical selection into a circular selection. We are going to make it into a circular selection. So let me select the tool first. Every time you have to select it, okay? Don't forget. So I selected the tool and I just come here. Okay. Now let me select this to elliptical. Okay. So I have done. This is the elliptical selection. My finger is on the mouse. Okay, left mouse button. I did not release it. Now I am holding down the shift key. I am holding down shift key. One more time I will do it. See, this is a elliptical and I am just holding the shift key. Now do you see it has become a circular selection? Yes. Now let me move it with the help of move tool. Okay. So this is a circular selection. Okay. Elliptical selection into a circular selection. Did you understand clearly? With the rectangular marquee, I explained 3 methods, and with the elliptical marquee also I explained 3 methods. Both are same only, similar. The steps are similar. Okay. First is a normal rectangle. Second one it's a adding extra portion to the existing selection. Third one rectangular into square. Similarly, in elliptical, the first one elliptical shape, the second one adding some extra selection to the existing selection, third one elliptical into circular selection. This is all about Marquee tool. This is all about Marquee tool. Please try the same in your computer also. If you have a computer, you can try it in your computer, home computer. Otherwise, when the school reopens, we will give you a lot of opportunity to work on it. Okay, in the lab, we can do it. Fine, students. Let's move on to the next selection tool. Students, next we are going to study about lasso tool. Next selection tool is lasso. Okay, do you see the lasso tool in the toolbox? You see the cursor, my cursor? Yes, this is called lasso. How to get a floating menu of a lasso? Do you see it has a triangular mark? Click on it. You get a floating menus. Okay. So what are they? Lasso tool, polygon lasso, magnetic lasso. So these 3 are the floating menus of lasso tool. Now we are going to work with lasso. First one it's a lasso. So let me open an image. So file, open, and let me select an image. Okay, I opened an image. Now I'm going to apply lasso tool, which is already selected here. Click on it and just select lasso. So lasso means, first I would like to tell about lasso. Lasso, it's like a freehand selection. Okay, with a finger, how do you just draw? Freehand drawing, right? So just to keep the cursor at any particular point of the image where you want to start your selection, and just to click and drag it. So wherever you are just moving, you can see the line and just connect it with the first point. Now how to move it to the canvas? Move tool, come here, take the image and put it here. Okay, so this is a image we selected with the help of lasso tool. Got it? Okay. The next selection tool is polygon lasso. Next one, it's a polygon lasso. The difference between the lasso tool and polygon lasso is a straight line. Okay, both are freehand selection only. Both are freehand selection. So in the lasso, wherever we move the finger, wherever we move the mouse, in that place the image will be selected. And but in the polygon lasso, okay, the shape will be determined by line segments. Line segments. Okay, it's a polygon. From the name you can identify. Polygon means the shape which has many sides, right? Similarly, here we are selecting the shape with the help of line segments. Okay, so keep the cursor in a particular place where you want to start and click and drag it. Do you see a line has come, line segment, and from there again click and drag it to another place by covering that image. Okay, another line segment. Okay. So this is another line segment, this is another line segment, this is another one, this is another one. So keep it, just close it with the ending point. Now do you see, it's a polygon shape. Okay, that is the reason it is called polygon lasso. It's a lasso means freehand, polygon lasso means freehand, but the shape contour is defined with the help of shapes, line segments. Okay, wherever I am moving, the shape will be selected accordingly. Okay, so let me go to move tool and take it and move the image here. So this is a polygon lasso. You can see the line segments, the shape. Okay, the contour it's defined with the help of line segments. Next is a magnetic lasso tool. Let's see how to use it. So first go to toolbox and select magnetic lasso from the flyout option. See magnetic lasso. Then you can see the cursor here. The difference between this lasso and polygon lasso and magnetic lasso is this magnetic lasso sticks with the edges. Sticks with the edges. You will get a well-defined edges after your selection. So while selecting itself, even though you move your mouse pointer somewhere else, which will automatically stick with the edges. That is the speciality of this magnetic. From the name you can identify, magnetic means which will stick with the objects. Magnetic lasso sticks with the edges. Stick with the edges, and also when I start moving it, you will get a points. Okay, see, let me draw it here on a white space. I'm drawing, then only you will understand clearly. See, this is my starting place. Do you see one square in my starting place? Yes. So here it's another square. Do you see? Now three squares appears. Okay, do you see? So squares are appearing, right? So they are called fastening points. They are called fastening points. Do you see the squares? They are called as fastening points. So if you want to remove the fastening points, so I have moved it here, but I feel that I want to remove the fastening points, the last fastening points. So what I have to do is I have to just click on the delete key. I have to click on delete key. So let me do it one more time for you. And this is my starting place. I'm just clicking and dragging and moving. Now I want to delete the fastening point. Let me click on the delete key. Do you see the point is deleted? Yes, this is the way it works. Okay, so let me do it with the image. I am going to select only the leaves. Okay, so let me start it here. Start from here. So even though I might move my fingers somewhere else, which automatically sticks with the edges. Everyone have a practice on this tool because we worked last year. Okay, I'm moving along with the edges, and you have to complete it with the first point. Okay, the last point and the first fastening point should touch each other, otherwise you have to double click on it. Okay, so either the first and last point should meet each other, otherwise double click on it. Okay, using the move tool, I'm moving it. Do you see the leaves are selected as it is in the original image? Yes, that is called magnetic lasso, which sticks with the edges. So did you understand the procedure? How to delete the fastening point? Good. So these are the three types of lasso tool. One it's a lasso, then this one polygon lasso, and this is magnetic lasso. So did you understand the difference between the three tools? This is freehand selection. This is also freehand selection, but the contour means shape. Shape is defined with edges, line segments. Okay, it is defined with by the help of line segments, that is called polygon, which has many sides. Okay, so this is polygon lasso, and magnetic lasso means no need to worry about the shape of the object. Okay, you can just freely move your finger and which will stick with the edges automatically. This is called magnetic lasso. All right. So three types of lasso we covered. One is this is a lasso. It's a freehand selection. Wherever we move our finger, the mouse in the same direction, the image will be selected. The second one, polygon lasso. Both are same only freehand selection, but the shape is defined with the help of line segments, different line segments. The third one, it's a magnetic lasso. Okay, you can using this, you can just from the starting position, you can keep move on it, and if you go just against the background, the border also automatically which will be traced and stick with the edges. And fastening points, if you want to delete if you want to delete the last fastening point, click on the delete button. Okay, which will return to the previous fastening point. Then you can continue your outlining the object. So this is all about lasso tool. Is it clear, students? So far we have studied about crop tool, lasso tool, and marquee tool. These three tools we have studied so far. So let's see the next one. Students, let's go to the next selection tool, which is called magic wand tool. Okay, so do you see the magic stick, the icon itself as a magic stick? Do you remember how does this magic wand tool works? Yes, which works based on the color and tone. Based on color and tone. So we can select a particular color of the image. Okay, if it's an image which will be having a multiple colors. If you want to select only that particular color wherever it is there in the similar area, okay, the nearest area. If you want to select any colors, okay, which are present in the nearest area, then you can go for a magic wand tool. But when you use a magic wand tool, you have to do some changes in the tolerance level. Okay, so do you see the options bar? This is the options bar. And do you see one tolerance is given here and it is written 50? I did not write anything over here. So the tolerance level can be from 0 to 250. The tolerance level can be from 0 to 255. So do you see the options bar here? And there is an option called tolerance. Okay, so here nothing is here. So the tolerance level can be from 0 to 255, anything in between. Okay, starting from 0 to 255, you can give any number. And do you have any question? Good. What does this number represent? 0 to 255. If you give a least number, the selection will be very specific. It will exactly look at the selected color. Okay, and if the selection is highest, okay, then it won't look the exact color. Whatever color, multiple colors, okay, whatever colors which are similar to the selected color, which will select the entire portion. Okay, the selection area differs according to the tolerance. The selection area differs according to the tolerance level. So first, let me open an image. Then you will understand. Okay. So I have opened. So let me take this jellyfish. Okay. I have taken this jellyfish. And let me choose the magic wand tool, and after selecting the magic wand we have to change the tolerance level. So already here 50 is here. See, I'm just putting 10, tolerance level as 10. The number is less, the least number I have given. We can give up to 255. Comparing to 255, 10 is the least number. Okay, so I have given 10 and I'm just clicking on any one particular place. Okay, so using a magic wand, I'm just clicking on a particular color. Okay, as I said, magic wand work with based on text and tone, color and tone. So let me click here, blue color, I'm clicking on it. Do you see everywhere it's blue, right? So let's see how much area it is getting selected for tolerance level 10. See, only this particular area it's getting matched with the tolerance level 10. If I simply ask you to select blue color, what do? You will select the entire blue except this jellyfish. Am I right? But the tolerance level makes sense over here. If the computer finds the exact color only in this area. Okay, so let me move this area here. Alright, now again select a magic wand tool and let me put a tolerance level 200. I have given the greatest number 200. Okay, and I'm clicking on the same place. I'm clicking on the same place. Now do you see what happened? Which is selected the most of the blue color. Wherever it sees the blue color, the entire blue is selected. Just hold on. See, except this yellow portion, okay, dark and light shades, you can see the remaining blue colors are selected. Why is it so? Because the tolerance level I have given high. The same place I clicked on it with the tolerance level 10. I have got only this portion. So when I have given 200, I have got the entire portion, entire blue color I have got it. This is what magic wand tool, which works based on color and texture. Color, tone and texture. Okay. So the tolerance level we have to specify. The less number we specify, we will get a less selection. The greater number we specify, we will get a greater number of selection. Clear for everyone? This is all about magic wand tool. And do you remember what is the tool hidden under this magic wand? Anybody remember? Rima, can you tell me? Rima, answer this question. Which tool is hidden under magic wand tool? Yes, good Rima. It's called quick selection tool. Quick selection tool. Good. Okay, students. So we have studied about the selection tools in detail. Okay. So let us recollect what we studied. We studied about Margue tool and we studied how to do a rectangular marquee selection and elliptical marquee in detail. Then we studied about lasso tool, which has three flyout options: lasso, polygon lasso and magnetic lasso. Then we studied about crop tool. We studied about crop tool to remove unwanted portion of an image. Then we studied about magic wand tool, which works based on the color, tone and pixels. Okay, and here when you use a magic wand tool, tolerance level is very important. Then move tool. It's common to move any part of the image. We have to first select the move tool, then only we can move it. So this is what we studied today. Is it clear for everyone? Good. Students, let's see what we studied. That is what you know now. We covered what is Photoshop. As I said, it's an image editing software to create and edit pictures for online jobs. Then, components of the Photoshop window. It contains ribbon. Okay, ribbon contains different menus like home, edit, view, window, filter. Likewise, it goes on. The next thing is options bar. Just below the ribbon, you can see options bar. Okay, it's not a unique one. The options changes from one tool to another tool. So if you select a marquee tool, the options are different. If you select an magic wand tool, the options are different. So it differs from one tool to another tool. Then toolbox, it contains various tools to work on an image. Actually, it contains 5 categories of tools, like a selection tool, paint and alteration tool, type and path tools, colors, viewing tools. These are the 5 categories of tools in the toolbox. Then panels. Panels appears at the right side of the Photoshop window. Then panels. Panels appears at the right side of the Photoshop window, which gives us full access and control to work on an image. Then canvas. It's a place to do our editing task. Then we covered the selection tools such as crop tool, marquee tool, rectangular and elliptical marquee, lasso, which contains lasso, polygon lasso and magnetic lasso. Then magic wand tool. So these are the things we covered today. And please, dear students, do not forget to write lab activity for the above selection tools in your computer notebook at the back side. Got it? Thank you. See you in the next class.